So how does a Delta model actually work in practice? In the previous video, we talked about how the Delta model is comprised of three sides, each representing an area that we think is crucial to the success of a 21st century legal professional. We also talked about how it has this shifting midpoint that can represent the differing degrees to which someone has to have skill in one of these three areas. So, how we imagine this working in practice is that each organization can create a map that represents the depth of skill that someone needs in each of these three areas for different positions at their organization. It might be that an individual moving into a first year associate position in Big Law has to have a Delta model map that looks like this, representing the resources that they have available to them and the depth of law that they need because they'll actually be practicing. However, that same organization might have a map that looks like this for someone working in graduating and moving into a legal operations position. This individual must also have an understanding of the law, but they need to have a greater depth of understanding of those business and operations platforms, data analytics, and technology in order to assist the attorneys in being more efficient and effective in the work that they do. We imagine creating different maps for all the different positions within a legal profession over time. And in doing so, we can use these in a number of different ways. So, one, they could be used by the organization for hiring, retention, and promotion purposes. So you could have an assessment tool that identifies where somebody falls on the map and if they fall short or if they're meeting the expectations. We could also see using this as a tool for professional development. So if somebody wants to shift careers or positions within an organization or organizations entirely, you could use these maps to identify what types of skills someone needs to gain in order to be successful in that transition. Understanding that we can use it for professional development, then we can also use it for education. You could have a student starting out in law school and identified that their goal is to work in X law firm in Y position. And based on that, we can pull out a Delta model map to determine the depth of skill that individual will need in order to get hired. Now, the cool thing is we could also use this to recognize where that individual already lands on the map. If you have someone that comes in with great skills in legal technology and personal effectiveness skills, and they want to go and move into a legal operations position, then it may be that they don't need any additional training in these two areas and can solely focus on a better understanding of the law. But if somebody comes in and they haven't had previous training in coding and don't understand data analytics and they want to move into a legal operations position, then they will need to gain those skills. And they can then tailor their legal education curricular choices based on what the map says they need to increase their skills in. By doing so, we can create more individualized understanding of legal education and professional development. We can open up opportunities for individuals by being very clear about the skills that they need to develop and gain in order to be successful in that transition. And we can help individuals see the variety of different positions and opportunities available to them by creating a vast number of different Delta model maps representing all those different positions. Curious to hear what you think, so please add your comments below. We've also got some additional videos on how we think that this Delta model is going to positively impact the legal profession.